Okay, happy Sunday evening, you guys. I hope that you have had an incredible weekend. Hopefully, you got to enjoy the nicer weather and just have time for you. So, on your time and doing what you enjoy. So, I have been on a journey, to say the least. We have so much going on right now, so much to come, so much change and so much shifting and finding ourselves. And again, like I always say, to find the gratitude in each and every day. Like if you have listened to my videos, that's what I say, because I truly believe in it. It makes a hell of a difference when you, even on your bad days, when you can find something to say thank you for, to thank the Lord for, and to just be grateful that although life may not be perfect at this moment during this phase, that there is still a beautiful world and so many blessings surrounding you each and every day. So that has been like a major thing of my shifting. And it's just crazy when like the universe aligns and when you see God things. And if you're not religious, or even if you are more of a spiritual believer, like you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean by saying that. And it's just incredible of how things work. And I don't know if it's partly because tomorrow is it's a year since my grandma has passed. Tomorrow will be. So I don't know if like all of this last week is just like heaviness, or like me dealing with my grief, or like as peaceful as I feel that my grandparents are together again in glory world, like in this amazing life that we can only imagine what it is. That, yes, of course, I'm still grieving, and I will be for quite some time, because people just leave that emptiness when they leave this earth. But there's just been such a peace in knowing that they're together and that neither of them are in pain, and they can just live this glorified life. So I don't know if it's just all into one, and like seriously, I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's like a nerves thing or what, but sometimes when I do these, like my whole body just starts shaking, and it's like, okay, is it nerves, or am I saying what I need to be saying? Am I saying what I'm meant to be saying? So without like getting too religious on you guys, just in case, you're not like that. Like I don't vocally speak my religion a lot either, but I know what I believe in. And I know that God has me no matter what. So if you're not like that, I apologize, but I encourage you to keep listening, because I hope that this can still resonate with you and enlighten you if you are having a difficult or hard time, or when that day does come where it's like, oh man, I feel heavy, I feel not grounded, I feel scattered, like just not focused on what I need to be doing, because we all have those days, let's face it. So, I encourage you, if you're not there, like, please hang with me. So, I have been reading this book and doing all of this like self-development and um I want to say soul searching, but just like stuff excites me. Like it interests me so much. On my last week's I said that I did a I still say this wrong. Reiki treatment. I need to have her say it again or listen to how she said it because I just keep screwing it up. But um and to just know that like we're so freaking capable. We're capable of so entirely much, but we let the stressors and even not the stressors, like the busyness, the chaos, just the everyday life things block it sometimes. But when we actually take time to work on ourselves and do self-development and really like tone in on how we're feeling and how we can work through different emotions or why we may be feeling ungrounded or heavier or anything like that, when you start to pick apart those pieces and really target the why behind it, it's a freaking beautiful thing. Like, no matter how heavy you may feel, to still see the gratitude and to still see like the the path that you're on and the why behind it. So tonight I wanted to talk to you about I'm going to try to not get too scattered, but your voice and your why. So if you are an entrepreneur or whatever you may be, if you are finding more, if you know that there's more out there, if you want to build a legacy, and by building a legacy, I don't just mean monetary status. I mean like truly making a freaking impact, like truly impacting people's lives, serving and following your path and doing what you like have so much in you to do, like not just even a talent, like talent and then what you are meant to do, like following your path um are two different things because we mask our path with our talents every single day. Like me, for an example, I'm an x-ray tech. Like I know that there's so much more than positioning the human body in certain ways to achieve diagnostic imaging for the radiologist to read to make a diagnosis. Like, I know that there's so much more to my work behind that, that that's why I freaking love my job. Like, to be able to impact my patients, and maybe I am the only smiling face or smiling eyes that they get to see for the day. Maybe they're just having a brand new diagnosis and they're freaking scared. And I'm the one who will take the time and hold their hand and listen, whether it be for just 10 minutes or not. Like, there is so much more behind what you do, even in your everyday, even in your talents. Um, Say you're an awesome cook, but to be able to live out your talent, say you serve your food to the homeless or you donate your food to maybe a friend or a neighbor who is a little less fortunate or in need during a certain time or just needs that good meal because they've had a hard time. Like, that is finding your purpose, that is finding your voice, finding your why. And so if you are in this like developmental stage or this developmental mindset of just wanting more, dreaming more, envisioning that you can have more and you totally can freaking achieve it if you don't give up on yourself. If you're in that space, then I really want you to focus on truly your why and your path. Like, so like for me being in network marketing, like I've heard this for nearly 6 years of what is your why? Like I did not start my business because I wanted more money. Like, yes, I chose to sign on as a promoter and not just a customer because of that potential, but the meaning behind it was so much greater than value. And with that is like, as I'm sitting here looking at my vision board, there's monetary things on there, like things that, yes, I need more money to be able to check off, but the why behind it is because if I can check off these monetary values, I'm not strapped to a 9 to 5. I'm not strapped to a time clock. And because of that, that gives me more freedom. And freedom to me is time with my boys, me being a mom, me doing all the homework with my kids, me not having to worry about skipping work if I have a doctor's appointment, or if they have a doctor's appointment, or if they wake up sick and I have to take them to the doctor. And for me to intentionally be there with them, to have time freedom. For me, like, not that it makes me mad. Like, I'm not one of those people who despises punching in, because believe it or not, I am super grateful for my job. I am thankful for my job and I love what I do because of the difference of patients that I get and because of the different ways and how I can serve throughout the day. Granted, yes, a chest x-ray is a chest x-ray is a chest x-ray, but the story behind each and every one of those patients is different. Like they've all come from a different spot. So even in the 5 seconds that I'm establishing trust and a relationship with this patient and reading this patient to know if I have to be quick and snappy because they're on a time crunch, or if they just need that listening ear, I'm recognizing that all within seconds of meeting this person. And like, I get chills a lot. That is truly like the higher purpose, the bigger purpose, and why we are here on this earth, right here, right now. Why are you here? Are you living out your higher purpose, your bigger purpose? Are you on your right path, or do you just keep masking it? Do you just keep hiding it because you have all these thoughts in your brain of, no, you can't do this. No, people will make fun of you. No, what will people say? No, this is way out of reach. This is a dream. You guys, dreams can become reality. They really can. Do not let that one-sided devil of yourself talk you out of chasing your dream. You are totally capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. Anything. I've been saying this for years, but when you believe it, and are putting in the actions and putting in the the mind frame and the mindset and the intentionality behind it, when you believe in yourself, that is when the beautiful things can happen. So I want you, like, just at some point, or even right now, think about like your life. How were you brought up? How you're bringing, however you want to say that, how the way that you were brought up has gotten you to where you are today, or whether that's like traditions that your family carries on, whether that's your strong beliefs, your religion, anything like that. Like, we have been on this path to make us who we are. today. Sometimes that does get masked more than others because of our talents and because of the typical, you have to graduate, you have to go to college, you have to get a job, you have to become married, you have to have kids. Like, this is just the timeline that our society is brought up in. It's okay to go off of that. It is okay that if you find your path at age 20, hallelujah, like, good for freaking you. That's awesome. That's amazing. Follow that path and don't let it stop you. But if you are 50 and you're just finding this path, again, don't let it stop you, because you were meant to come to it at a later time for a reason. Can I help you?
No.
Okay, saying hey. Did you wash good?
Yes.
You're sure. So do not get discouraged. Do not let that evil side of, your brain that's telling you that you can't go outside the norm. Are you done?
If you guys haven't already, go play Minecraft.
I thought you were gonna say subscribe to my channel.
And also do that.
He said he wanted to help publicize me. You were meant to be on that path for a reason. Like, every single part of your life happens for a reason. And there are so many people who just use that phrase without intention behind it, or without like the true meaning there. But seriously, when you think about it, everything does happen for a reason. We don't notice it right away most of the time, but if you look back at something, like, God places these obstacles in your way to veer you back onto the right path. Everything happens for a reason. And I don't want this bad side of your brain telling you that you cannot do something because it's hard, or because people have their opinions, or because people are going to tell you no, or because you have no experience in this thing before, or that you're too shy, you're not vocal enough, or anything like that. You guys use that to help build you up to get to where you need to go. Your life, I saw this in one of the books, well, in the book that I'm reading right now, and it spoke so much. Your life is a message. Your voice is a superpower. Your story is a sign of God's strength. Your life is a message. Every single thing that you have gone through is your message, is your path. You're following your message so that you can use it to serve, to empower, to help those around you, to help those who you encounter with every day, or maybe you run into one time, but you are able to make that impact so well that helps change their life. That helps shift them back onto their path. Your voice is a superpower. Do not stay quiet. Be vulnerable to tell your story, to tell your message. Use your voice as that superpower, because you never know whose life you will impact by telling your story, or by speaking what's on your heart. Your story is a sign of God's strength. Everything that makes up your life is your story, which is a sign of God's strength realigning you to the path that you are meant to be on. Y'all with me still? So, if you are in this phase of finding more, of wanting more, being more, dreaming more, whatever more means to you, whatever freedom means to you, whatever your dream, becoming your vision, becoming your daily reality of what you get to see, whatever that may be, there's always a why behind it. And I think I meant to say this earlier, but paper stuck. I'm scatterbrained, so I never finish my sentences. But I've heard this for nearly 6 years. What is your why? Let your why lead you, guide you, push you to not give up. Let your why be that voice, be that power behind to not give up when things get tough. So what is that why to you? That why could be changing weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever it is, because whatever shifts that you are making in that time could steer your why into a different form. Again, saw this in the book I'm reading. Your why finds you. It is already in you. Your why is already in you. Are you letting the daily life, the busy life, the stressors of life mask your why? If you haven't heard of before, Find Your Why, the way that it was explained to me, I look up and I see my why is my boys and our dream, country living. Like, you guys, we're country. We get muddy, we like to hunt, we like to fish, we play with animals. Like, we're country. Give us all the four-wheelers, all the mud, all the land. Like, I don't need anything fancy. I just want to make memories outside with my boys. Not materialistic whatsoever. Yes, I drive a luxury vehicle, but that's because I earned it with my company. So why the hell not? It was kind of a no-brainer to go for the luxury vehicle because I would be earning more. So that is probably the most materialistic thing about me, but it's because I earned it. It's because I did not give up. It's because I did not let all of those no's get in my way of my why. I know that I am in a vehicle that can take me farther than my vision board can even show, farther than my vision can even imagine. I know this because I've seen everyday average people living their dream life. And it's not about the fanciest car or the fanciest house or the name brand purses or anything like that. I don't even know name brands. Like, well, what's popular? I don't know. I probably say them wrong. I don't know anything about them. But it's so much more than that. Because with that comes what you can do with yourself when you're not strapped for cash, when you're not living paycheck to paycheck, when you're not clocking in and being just a number, and not having a purpose behind your talents or your job. Your why lays down deep within that keeps pushing you to never give up. And so, like I said, that could shift from time to time, but you always need to know what your why is so you can stay focused on it, so you can help use that to help you stay on the right path. Let it guide you for you to do your calling and to serve those you encounter. Let your why come up so you can use that to stay on your path, to do what your calling is, and to do what you were meant to do by using your voice, by using your why, because you never know who you are going to impact. I was told pretty much right away of starting network marketing that share your story. Why has the product that I use, why has it changed my life? Like, why that product has changed my life is more than is different than the why behind why I keep pushing or why I won't give up. The why I keep using the product is what it all does for me, what it means. The why as to why I don't give up is because I know that there's a higher potential. I know that there's a higher potential in what I can offer for me and my family. I know that there's a higher potential in what I can offer to you or to my coworkers or to my friends, my family, a stranger in the store that I pass and a conversation gets started up. Have an open mind for a minute. If you follow me and you're not in network marketing or you have not tried my product, you probably think, oh my goodness, she's one of those people who takes all these selfies and, has to project her whole life on social media. But that's not it. I used to let those things bother me. I used to let that get in the way of my potential. But what am I saying now? F that. Like, the people who want to think that way about me, fine. I'm sorry you feel that way. But your opinions and your negativity by saying that is not affecting my why, my dream for my family. Because I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm chasing my why. I am chasing my path and my vision and what I am meant to do on this earth for the people around me. I have these certain people on my team. These certain people on my team have not dropped off for a reason. It is my duty, my calling to not quit, to encourage, to inspire, to empower, to be here to tell you that you can freaking do it too. Let's do it together. Guys, I still got a long ways to go. But I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere at all. You can still find me here in 5 years. Hey, when you gonna join me? Like, I don't care anymore. I heard this phrase, I've probably said this before, but I've heard this phrase back like when I very first started. And it's about not my vision, my purpose, my why is so much bigger than anybody else's opinions. I didn't get that meaning until like last year. Like 5 years into this business, and that meaning means something now. All the naysayers, all the people who want to get on social media and be negative and tear people down, they don't matter anymore. They're not stronger than me because they have to push people down so they can feel empowered. Block them out. Do not let any room for negativity be in your beautiful soul. Do not. I am telling you from experience. I've been knocked down. I've cried. I've let it get to me. I've let it stop me momentarily. But then I build myself back up. I refocus and I tell myself where I'm going and that they don't care. They don't matter because they obviously have some bigger issues that they have to face in their own life and to figure out for themselves before they can help helping other people. So here I go again. When I first started, I was told, you have to tell your story. And I'm like, I don't want to publicize like why I started this product, why I love this product, like the true meaning behind why the patience was the selling point. The increased patience was a selling point for me. I was afraid to be vulnerable. I was afraid to let people know the darkness in my life. And you guys, I say this with the utmost sincerity. Like I'm fortunate. I'm so fortunate that when I started these products, like that negativity was as little as it was in the whole big nasty world that we're in. But don't you dare let comparison take over and think that your story doesn't matter because it doesn't have a catastrophic event in it. Your story matters to you. Your story matters to you because you had to live that to get past and to overcome and get to who you are today. So don't ever think that your story is too little or not bad enough to voice it. Because I know that there are tons of mamas right now who are screaming at their kids. Guys, I still do it. Like this, it hasn't cured me from screaming at my kids. 7-year-olds are fine. But it sure in the hell has made it easier for me to let the rest of life not hold me down, not weigh me down. So that way, that is not my norm. And that is not me screaming at my kids be the built up of everyday life and sleep deprivation and feeling like shit, to put it bluntly, and like body aches and overweight and all of that stuff, moody, like all of that impacted was making me not have any patience at all with my son. And I was praying nightly to be the best mom that I could be for him because I was seeing that redirected in him. He was snapping on me. Karma, right? That is why I have continued this product, because it helped relieve the rest of life. It's not going to cure attitude problems from my child. Although, like, okay, what if there was a product like that? I'm just kidding. Like, I wouldn't do that. But being vulnerable and telling my story about crying nightly on my knees doing bath time and falling asleep on my 20-minute drive home, thank God had angels with me, but just like not truly falling asleep, but even, you guys know, like 2 seconds can change. If your eyes get heavy for 2 seconds, a lot can happen while you're driving down the road. So when I was scared to share that with people, I was holding myself back, because people need to hear that. People need to hear that they are not alone, that we're all in this together, that there is somebody else feeling the same impact, the same heaviness, or the same weight that you are. But it can be better. You can overcome it. So use your story, use your voice. Let your why drive you as to why you are doing what you are doing, and let that help you stay on the path of your purpose, so you can truly serve and help others find their why, find their purpose, find the path that they are supposed to be on. Could be the person sitting right next to you who just needs to hear a simple message of, hey, I know what you're going through. I used to be there too. I would love to help you overcome it. I know it's hard to talk to people. I know it's hard to be vulnerable. I know it's hard to show your story. But the beautiful thing about that is you would not have your story. You would not be you without your story. I think that's all I have for tonight. I pray that I continue to help impact. I continue to help find the words. I pray that at least one person watches this and I can help make a difference in their life. I pray that if you are having troubles finding your voice or saying what you need help with, that you have the voice and the strength to stand up and overcome it. Don't keep it secret. Be proud of where you've come, how far you've come, where you've come from. No matter how ugly it is or how beautiful it is.
It's Fortnite.
I heard you. Thank you for telling me. Speaking of 7-year-old attitudes, here we go. You guys, I hope you have a great week. Happy March. That's tomorrow. Find the beauty in the day and listen to your body, listen to your soul, listen to your mind, and be still every once in a while. because you never know what you'll hear in that stillness. Have a good night, guys. Bye.